Dandelions, I have dandelion growing in my yard. Sometimes I eat them and sometimes I juice them with kales and collard greens and celery, cucumbers, and I drink it because you know you need green. Green is very, very, very good for you. So I do have the juices, and then maybe midday I may have a green juice. But when it comes to dinner, this is where I get the majority of my raw, and it comes from my salad. And so I have a salad here in the bowl, but I wanted to show you what I put in the salad. So I usually do, these are kale, and they're high in nutrition. Their nutritional value is very high. They're good for your eyes and anything else that's wrong. So kale, I chop up my kales, my romaine lettuce, and my pink cabbage. I have fennel. Fennels are good for you because they're good for your eyes. I usually chew on fennel seeds during the day. They're good for your digestive system. But did you know that snakes go blind? And when they do go blind, they chew on fennel and their eyesight comes back. So I need to eat a lot of fennel. So I put fennels in my salad. It looks like a celery. I chop it up, and you know, like I do my zucchini, I use zucchinis, I chop them up in strips, cucumbers in strips, squash, I do raw squash, red onions, and red and different colored sweet peppers, and chop them up and put it all in my salad bowl, and I just mix it up. And you have this nice salad. Let's see if I could show it to you. There it goes. This nice raw salad, and you eat a generous. I eat a generous amount of that. And my I do cook some of my food. I have right here cabbage, cooked cabbage, red cabbage, which is so delicious. And this is one of my all-time favorite. Carrots, mushrooms, and red peppers and onions. It's very delicious. That with just a salad, I mean, you could make a meal just with that. But how you make it, you just take your baby carrots, your peppers, mushrooms, onions, mix them together, put them in the oven, and when they're almost done, take you some soy sauce and put your little soy sauce in the container that you're cooking them in, and a little bit of water if it seems as though they don't have enough liquid in them. And once they get soft to your taste, then they are ready. But these are absolutely delicious. I like eating them on my brown rice, which I'm going to show you next. This is brown rice with onions and mushroom. I love mushrooms. So brown rice, mushroom, and tofu. So how do you make the rice? You take the rice, you brown it in your skillet in a little olive oil or cooking olive oil or canola oil, and you brown the rice until it becomes a caramel color or until it pops like a popcorn. What you do, you chop up your onions, put your onions in the skillet, chop up your mushroom and put them in the skillet, and you saute them until your onions become clear or translucent. And then you take your tofu, strip it and square it, cut it in little blocks, and brown it in a little bit of oil until it's brown on both sides. And then when your rice is about half done, Once you put the onions, mushroom in it, you're going to proceed to cook it as though you would cook your regular rice. And when it's about half done, you put your tofu in the rice. And this is what you get. Is brown rice is very nutritious. And I also sometimes I soak mine overnight as well. You don't have to, but I do. And the other thing that I try to have on a daily basis are beans. Beans are very nutritious for you, and they also are good at fighting cancer. And what they do, they have a chemical in them that tells the cells, the cancerous cells, to die. Because did you know that your cells are not supposed to live forever? At a certain point, they are to die, and they are continuing reproducing healthy cells. But what happened as a result of disease and not getting the nutrition that you need, your cells continue to live. I mean, they just go on and on and on, and they just won't die no matter what. That's what cancer is. It's just a proliferation of cells that will not die. But what the beans does, it has a chemical in them that tells the cells to die. And hence, beans are good for fighting cancer, and that is why. So I usually make my beans like a soup. And it's really easy. You just take your beans, you soak them overnight. And I like to mix them with other beans. I like the chickpeas, the black beans, the red beans, and white beans. And they're all good. Whatever you have or whatever you like, you can use them. Mix them all together, put them in a pot, a small pot or a big pot, depending on how many you're going to need. Cover it with water, let it simmer until they are tender. And right, I guess about halfway through, if you want the soup base, take some onion, garlic, pepper, red pepper, green pepper, whatever you like, chop it up and put it in the bean mix and let them simmer until they're tender. Then season with salt, pepper, whatever you like. I put a little honey in mine. So I like a little sweet salt base because I don't eat a lot of sugar during the course of the day if it doesn't come from the natural fruits or whatever that I'm eating. So it's okay to have a little, a little sweet here and there. It's not going to hurt you to do that. But this is what my bean soup looked like. So I have whatever I want, a generous helping. This is good food. You just eat liberally. Your body will tell you when it is enough. And I do take some supplements. I do make sure every day I do the fish oil because it's good for your eyes, good for your joints, your brains, and all of that. And if I'm not getting enough green in my diet, what I do, I take a green capsule with lutein and something else. It's called, I don't have my glasses so I can't see it, but it's a green. And instead of having to eat it or drink it, you can take it in a capsule. So I do take a green capsule. It is called BioLutein, and I get it at GNC. I'm sure you can order them online in different forms, but this is what I take. And I take vitamin E and a few other supplements, but vitamin C I do take, and I make sure that I take that on a daily basis. But I think that's it. That's what I do every day, but not necessarily in this order. All of this food that you see here, usually it's more than what my husband and I can eat during one meal. So I cap it and put it in the refrigerator, and we'll have it the next day. Or the beans or the bean soup is the good thing about them is that if after eating all of this food today, tomorrow you may only want a salad and a bowl of beans, and you may be content. Let your body be your judge. As you continue to go down this road or on this journey, you will learn to visualize your own food plan as it worked for your own body. So there you have it. I hope that this has helped you and that you now understand that eating a nutritious meal or eating nutritiously doesn't have to be boring. It can be very your food can be very varied, and it can be exciting. And this is what you call mega nutrition. You are not missing anything here. So I hope that this video has helped you, and if you enjoyed it and it has been helpful to you, please subscribe. And if you have an issue that you're dealing with and you want me to talk about it, put it in your comment box, in my comments box below, and I will address it for you. My next video is going to be on exercise. I'm going to talk about how to get your blood circulating to all the different organs in your body so that they can work efficiently. But I just want to say that I've been doing this for about 2 months consistently now, and before it just looked like it wasn't really doing that much, but I'm getting to a point where I'm seeing some results. I was doing my exercise the last couple of days, and I move so freely and so easily, and it's like sometimes it's like I'm moving on air. So I was very excited about that. My eyes had started to water, so I'm thinking that that's because the water is starting to release itself. That the eyes are starting to release the water rather than continue to hold on to it. So I just want to give you that update. I am very hopeful, and I know that with the food, the exercise, and with God above all, everything is going to be okay. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and may God bless you all.